Look at your phone for a second. Look at your camera roll. How many of those photos aren't of people, but of one specific animal? Not just one or two, but dozens, hundreds, maybe even thousands. Moments you didn't want to forget. Small expressions, tiny habits, proof that something mattered. And here's the question most people never ask. Why does your brain sometimes experience a pet the same way it experiences a child? This isn't about pretending, and it's not about being too attached. It's about how human attachment actually works. Most people think attachment is logical, that we bond because someone is our child, or because something is our pet. But psychologically, that's not true. The human brain doesn't attach to labels. It attaches to emotional experiences, things that are dependent on us, vulnerable around us, responsive to our presence. When something reacts to your voice, seeks you out for safety, and calms down when you're near, your attachment system activates automatically. Not because you decided it should, but because that's how it evolved. Pets don't just live alongside us. They depend on us to survive. They wait for us. They follow us. They notice when we're gone. They respond when we return. That combination is powerful. To the brain, it feels similar to early caregiving, responsibility, emotional feedback, routine care. This is why people don't just like their pets. They worry about them. They feel protective. They feel guilt when they leave. These aren't learned behaviors. They're automatic. There's something else that makes pets psychologically unique. They never grow up. They don't emotionally separate. They don't push us away. They don't become independent. The bond never enters distance, conflict, or detachment. It stays frozen in a stage of closeness, dependency, care. This is sometimes called a forever child dynamic, and for many people that feels profoundly safe, especially if their earlier relationships didn't. This isn't just emotional, it's chemical. Interacting with pets releases oxytocin, the bonding hormone, dopamine, the reward signal, serotonin, emotional stability, the same chemistry involved in early parent-child bonding. That's why eye contact feels soothing, touch lowers stress, separation feels uncomfortable. Your nervous system isn't confused. It's responding to real biological signals. And the more consistent the bond, the stronger those signals become. For many people, pets become something very specific. A safe attachment figure. Someone, or something, that doesn't judge, doesn't abandon, doesn't emotionally withdraw. Especially for people who grew up with unpredictable caregivers, emotional inconsistency, or conditional affection. Pets offer stability without negotiation. Not because humans failed, but because pets provide simplicity in a complex emotional world. For some people, caregiving is more than an action. It's an identity. They feel most grounded when they're caring, protecting, needed. Psychologically, this is known as a nurturer identity. Pets fit perfectly into that role. They allow someone to express love freely, feel important, feel emotionally useful. This isn't weakness, it's meaning. But sometimes care slowly becomes control. Not intentionally, not consciously. Constant checking, over-monitoring, fear of harm, guilt for leaving. This usually isn't about the pet. It's about regulating uncertainty. In an unpredictable world, pets can become emotional anchors, and anchors feel safest when we hold them tightly. Not everyone relates to pets the same way. Some people enjoy closeness without anxiety and see pets as companions. Others feel intense responsibility, struggle with boundaries, and experience deep guilt. And some unconsciously use pets to meet emotional needs that were never met elsewhere. These aren't flaws, they're attachment patterns. There's a layer many people never consider. Sometimes caring for a pet is a form of self-repair. By nurturing something vulnerable, people give the care they once needed, create emotional consistency, rewrite old attachment experiences. This process is known as reparenting, not logically, but emotionally. But this explains something else. Why losing a pet can feel devastating, and why that grief is often dismissed. It was just an animal. You can get another one. But psychologically, the loss is real. because the bond was real. This is called disenfranchised grief, grief that isn't socially validated but deeply felt. Context matters. People live alone more. Communities are smaller. Relationships are less stable. Pets don't judge. They don't abandon. They don't demand explanation. So for many people, pets aren't replacing family. They're reshaping what family means. So when someone treats their pet like a child, it's rarely about immaturity. It's about attachment, safety, identity, emotional regulation. The real question isn't, is this strange? It's, is this bond supportive or restrictive? Because love itself isn't the problem. Understanding it is.